At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is also brought to you by Humana. Don't forget, Medicare's enrollment period ends December 7th. Call Humana today, 775-727-0871. News is also brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 775-751-0349. News is also brought to you by Hope Cancer Care of Nevada, providing quality cancer care in a spa-like setting. We are Pahrump's only chemotherapy center. Call 1-800-881-4226. News is also brought to you by the St. Therese Mission, a future venue for cultural and environmental events near Pahrump. Get involved. Visit us at sttheresemission.com or call 702-507-4172.
Tonight on News 46, the Robbins murder trial jury begins deliberation.
Truckloads of food are collected for the holidays.
And native drumming fills the air at Petrek Park. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Fuentes and Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
And good evening, everyone. It's Monday, November 19, 2012. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. A vehicle versus pedestrian accident occurred this afternoon in front of Albertsons. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene along with Nye County Sheriff's deputies to find one person who had been struck by a vehicle. They actually had an injury to their foot. They were transported to Desert View Hospital with those injuries. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating.
All right. Well, the closing arguments were heard in the Daniel Robbins murder trial in Judge Robert Lane's courtroom today in regards to the August 18, 2011 death of 21-year-old Christopher Mundy and the injury to a young teenager named Pablo Flores.
Today, the jury heard the closing arguments for the Daniel Robbins murder case. The jury was not present in the courtroom early this afternoon during the hours of the arguments in front of Judge Robert Lane by the defense, who were arguing points in the jury instructions that the prosecution said the judge had ruled on last week. An afternoon break was taken while the judge directed staff to rewrite the jury instructions to reflect the judge's decision. The defense and prosecution's closing arguments began this evening, each side presenting their case to the jury to decide the fate of the 47-year-old in regards to the August 18, 2011 incident on Benson Circle. The judge ruled that the jury would get the case in the morning. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And K9 Radio held their annual Thanksgiving food drive this past Saturday at Wolfie's on Highway 160. Owner of the local radio station, Karen Jackson, was pleased with the turnout.
We had more food banks to help than we've ever had. You know, the economy's hit Pahrump so hard, and we're helping today. Faith Fellowship, Oasis Outreach, Path of Hope, Central Valley Baptist Church, Heritage Bible Church, Stephanie Lopez from Pahrump, Positive Pahrump, and the VFW.
That's something special here with the VFW Food Bank. I see that we're loading up a truck right here, Gary Hollis's truck, with items, not just food.
No, Gary's truck is next.
Oh, okay.
We actually got 2 truckloads of things for the vets today. Food and toiletries and toilet paper, things that they really need that we take for granted that they don't have.
Well, the Veterans Food Bank is empty, and this is going to get them through the Thanksgiving holidays. But, you know, we have so many veterans out there homeless, and they just don't have anything to eat.
There's toiletries and all different items that they're in need of besides just food.
Yes, for the churches and those organizations, they don't need that. But for the homeless vets, we need the toilet paper and the soap and shampoo and that kind of stuff so they can have something to take care of themselves. And that's the reason we asked for that.
So this food drive will be over. You're going to have another one for Christmas. People can still donate to, of course, the food banks throughout the town and help out for that. When's the one for Christmas?
It's going to be the Saturday before Christmas. I will be at Smith's. I believe that's the 22nd. I think that's it's just the Saturday before Christmas.
Since I have you here, what's going on with the Christmas tree?
It'll be here the 26th.
There you go.
And official Christmas tree decorating day will be 10 o'clock December 1st. And we're going to light it that night, too. The tree was detained in Oregon, so it's getting here a week late. So we got to kind of speed this along because we want it lit the 1st of December.
So many people donated to that food drive. If you would like to view the extended version, you can go to KPVM's YouTube page or Facebook page called Local Pahrump.
All right, and we're going to have more after the break. Keep it here, please.
Lakeside Casino and RV Park, where we earn the best ratings for our RV park in North America with the most beautiful scenery and quiet surroundings. Our casino features the best gaming experience, entertainment that'll blow your mind, and come see the great changes in our buffet, all here at the Lakeside Casino and RV Park.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult patients. Call now for free IV sedation with dental implant, 751-2184.
Hostess lovers, there is hope. The tasty cream-filled golden sponge cakes are likely to survive. Today, the bankruptcy court judge ordered Hostess and the union into mediation. Hostess Brands Incorporated baker of Wonder Bread, as well as Twinkies, Ding Dongs, and Ho-Hos, was in a New York bankruptcy courtroom today to start the process of selling itself. The company, weighed down by debt, management turmoil, rising labor costs, and the changing tastes of America, decided on Friday that it could no longer make it through a conventional Chapter 11 bankruptcy restructuring. Instead, it's asking the court for permission to sell assets and go out of business. The judge has decided that they haven't gone through the critical step of mediation and asked the lawyer for the bakery's union to ask his client, who wasn't present, if he would agree to participate. Many companies have expressed their interest in purchasing all of or part of the company if the judge agrees that Hostess can liquidate.
And the Department of Motor Vehicles is warning Nevadans about a telephone sales pitch now circulating in Nevada. Callers sometimes say that DMV records indicate the motorist is overpaying on insurance. At other times, callers have identified themselves as DMV employees. The callers offer discounted auto insurance and ask for information about the motorist's vehicles. The Department of Motor Vehicles wants you to know that they will never call and ask for your personal information, and your insurance records are strictly confidential. The DMV does not release insurance information to any third party. Often the caller will leave a message with a return phone number. That number is 775-473-1342. Other numbers have been reported. The DMV advises motorists to be aware that these calls are not endorsed by the department in any way. Motorists should not give their personal information over the telephone unless they are sure they are dealing with a legitimate company. The Nevada Division of Insurance encourages consumers to verify whether an insurance company agent or company is legitimate. The Nevada License Inquiry Service is available at 1-888-872-3234 or on the division's website.
The Nye County Commissioners have approved $126,450,000 to expand the Sheriff's Deputies Reserve Program. It could save the department $108,000 the first year alone. Right now, there are 25 reserve deputies, which may expand to 75 throughout the county. A reserve deputy sheriff is just like a full-time deputy, except they're not paid. They have the same responsibilities and the same authority. The money approved by the commissioners would be used for equipment and training of the new reserve deputies.
And the 14th annual Pahrump Powwow was held at Petrick Park this weekend. News 46 spoke to Paula Elefante.
It's incredible right now. The weather's holding, and I'm grateful for that. We just had some of the Aztec dancers out there, and they are quite impressive with their regalia and the peacock feathers and, you know, all of that. It's wonderful.
Grand entry just happened. A lot of dancers, all different types of regalia.
Yes, and that has to do with their styles, whether they're northern or southern, northern traditional, northern grass, fancy dancers for the ladies, jingle dress dancers, you know, fancy shawl for the girls. we have a lot of different types of dancers out here, and you know, it's a beautiful day.
Of course, we have the drum circles out there too as well.
Yeah, we have our northern drum, White Cloud, came in from California, and our southern drum is Southern Soul, and they came in from Kayenta, Arizona. I understand that we have a gentleman, Raymond Redner, who lives over in Death Valley, who will be playing for us today. He's got a small drum. And it's kind of interesting because I was just speaking to someone and they said something about how the powwow is always kind of calm and peaceful. I said, well, it's real simple. Alcohol is forbidden from a powwow because a powwow is a sacred event.
There's a lot of sacred ceremonies that go on here.
Yeah, even with the dancers in their style of dance, oftentimes you might see a dancer, you'll hear a whistle blow maybe, and you'll see a dancer and he's dancing alone. And I've seen this happen a couple times where a dancer will dance for 20 minutes. It's like praying, okay? And it's a way of communicating with the Creator. We have dancers here from Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, California, and then within the state. I just met a gentleman who brought his 2 children down to participate, and he came down from Reno.
You've been talking about Canada.
Yeah, sadly. Well, we were going to have a jingle dress special here today, and that was, we were called by this family out of, they're from the Colville tribe, and that's northwest of Spokane, Washington, and they wanted to hold a jingle dress special here. They called me last night, and unfortunately, they lost a member of their family. They had a death in their family, and so they had to cancel that. And they were trying to get the word out. So the jingle dress dancers that showed up here today, I double checked with them if they were here specifically for the special. And 2 of them found out about our powwow because of the special. So we won't be holding that this year. The crowd it's pretty good right now. I know the fried bread line, it's got about 15 people in the line. It's been like that for the last 2 hours. And I think, you know, as the day progresses, we're going to see a lot more people coming out.
And next year, the 15th annual Pahrump Powwow, what do we have in store, do you know?
It's always the weekend before Thanksgiving. So if anyone's like, oh, when is that? I can't tell you the exact dates, but it's the weekend before Thanksgiving.
KPVM would like to have our viewers who watch us on Cable 12 participate in a survey. If you watch us via our local cable company, we are conducting an over-the-air test. Please contact us to participate in this test by calling 727-9400, extension 201. Please leave a message if we are unavailable, and our staff will contact you. For further instruction regarding this test, anyone who participates in the test will receive a free KPVM t-shirt. So once again, please call 727-9400, extension 201.
The Nevada Procurement Technical Assistance Center, formerly known as the Procurement Outreach Program, under the Governor's Office of Economic Development, works with Nevada business to expand into government market, therefore creating jobs for Nevadans. Procurement specialist Linda Mitchell will be at the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce on Monday, November 26th from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. to meet with Pahrump businesses and discuss the program.
There's potential for a lot of opportunity there.
Yes, they have a lot of good information, a lot of programs in there.
Great, definitely want to head out to that then. All right, folks, so we're going to have more after the break. Please keep it here.